Welcome back to Oklahoma Sports Scene. We heard from the father, Robert Allen. Now let's hear from the son, Zach Allen, the successful head football coach of the NEO A&M Golden Norsemen of Miami, Oklahoma. Zach, good to have you with us again on Sports Scene.
Appreciate it, Chris. Glad to be here.
Heck of a 2018 season. Yep. Give us a bit of a recap there, and then look ahead to the prospects for this fall.
Well, it's going to be tough to replicate. This last sophomore class that came out last year is the most successful as far as wins go in quite some time, about over 25 years at NEO football. And I do feel confident, though, that we've replaced some talented folks with more guys from this state and different areas. That there's no reason we can't do exactly what we did, if not more.
You know, talking about that, Zach, how is the trickle down from Division I, Division II, how has that helped or hindered junior college recruiting?
You know, it's probably cleared things up a little bit. I think obviously the NCAA is always looking to make sure that you know, they're holding themselves to a pretty high standard, and sometimes with earlier signing periods and different rules and things that they implement, it kind of clears the way a little bit more for our recruiting time period. And I think, the more we go along, younger and younger, these student athletes kind of understand where they fit, where their role is, because the recruiting's so far backed up. And, some guys at times they realize that, hey, junior college can be a great avenue for me. And when that was happening, right at about the time their senior year was ending, now it's kind of cleared the way a little bit to where, by the time their juniors and senior year come around, NEO's a pretty good idea for them.
A little background on Zach here. A 4-year start at Oklahoma State University. Made his dad awful proud up there with the Cowboys. And on to NEO A&M. You've been, about a decade there, right, Zach?
This will be season 11.
Wow,
yeah, second as head coach, 4 or 5 as coordinator there, but 11 overall, yep.
Let's talk about, again, the athletes that come to NEO A&M. Are the colleges placing as much anymore, Zach? Are you out recruiting, or how's that work now?
Not as much as placing, just with the limited scholarship offers that the Division I is limited to. But there is a lot of recommendations. We're fortunate enough to have really good relationships with a lot of schools in Oklahoma, obviously, but also the surrounding states, to where when they have conversations with recruits on the road, sometimes they can kind of see that NEO may be a great route for them. So. We do get on the road ourselves quite a bit. Obviously, we're a nine men doing about a 30-man job, so we got to be in so many places at once. But that relationship with those schools certainly helps.
You know, your facilities over the last few years have gone through a renaissance.
It's incredible.
That really helps recruiting, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You want to feel comfortable and confident in the place that you're in. You want to feel like the school and the administration is supporting you. And the easiest way to do that, or the most obvious way to do that, is in facilities. And we have a lot of guys come recruit our school from a lot of different levels, say, hey, these are easily in the top 2 or 3 when it comes to junior college football.
You're going to miss Dr. Hale, aren't you?
Yeah, he had quite a run. Over $65 million put into the entire school, including the 10 to 15 that's been put in strictly with football. A good man, an unbelievable leader, and he'll go down as history as really the Renaissance president of NEO A&M College.
Sure. Well, you can build facilities, but you have to earn tradition.
No doubt.
You guys certainly have. Let's talk about the tradition of NEO A&M national championships. Won over 500 games in the program now, right?
Yeah, and we just celebrated our centennial as a college as a whole, and we're on 98 years of NEO football. Wow. So the two have been synonymous with each other throughout history, and the people of Miami understand that, but what comes with that is the expectations of putting wins up on the board, especially when you walk into Red Robertson Field.
8-0 as far as 8-time national champion, I should say. And then 6-0 at home last year. The home schedule opens now this season at home, August 29th. Thursday night football, right? Against Arkansas Baptist.
Yeah, we took a lot of pride in our home field, and it's a really tough place to play, and kind of a unexpected atmosphere when other junior colleges come into our place, because it's very unique when it comes to our level. And we're excited to get going again. Thursday nights are my favorite, just because the students are all definitely there and engaged, and they get there early, and they don't serve food in the cafeteria. They bring it out to tailgate, and everybody is roaring and ready to go for football season.
Game time on that Thursday night.
Absolutely.
What time?
What time?
6 o'clock.
6
Yeah,
o'clock.
yeah,
That's a great
yeah.
time to play.
Yeah.
What do you look at your 19th season? It's going to be tough. You're young a little bit, so.
Well, yeah, we've got to replace some really quality players. You know, Darren Williams was an MVP of the conference. The second year in a row, our running back has been the MVP of the conference. He's moved on to UNLV. But we've got a lot of great players from the state, especially up front, the offensive line. Austin Whitehead from Enid, Russell Baker from Owasso, Connor Half from Owasso on the offensive line, where we're probably the most experienced. And then the defensive line, we got a transfer from the University of Oklahoma, Ron Tatum, along with a couple of returning starters, Bryce Alonzo from Bishop Kelly, and Ian Marshall from just up the road in Springfield. So with me, everything starts up front, and I think that's our strength.
Zach, you've had a lot of pride watching the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, yeah.
Preseason opener. Talk about your running back Darwin Thompson, a former Jenks High School product.
Yes, he's one of 4 we've got now, in camp and on rosters that have come through our place in the last couple of years. But Darwin, stays really connected with our group. Still talks to a lot of the players on our campus, and it definitely serves as a source of motivation. Of you do things the right way, you go to class, you go to work, you treat people right, and good things happen, because he's earned everything he's gotten, and he's going to continue to do that.
You get a lot of players out of Northeast Oklahoma?
Absolutely. It's we start inward out when it comes to recruiting. We want guys that understand what NEO is. NEO means something to them before they even walk through our door. Because as a coaching staff, we understand the responsibility we have to carry the tradition, and we want kids to understand that as well.
Zach Allen, head football coach, NEO A&M. We have something for the coach here.
Enjoy us at Bricktown one more time.
Very good.
And again,
guys.
Thursday, August 29th, get up to Miami, Oklahoma, the kickoff of the Golden Norsemen's 2019 season. Again, 6 o'clock kickoff. Zach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Chris.
Hey, buddy. All the best.
Yep.
We're going to talk boxing, an incredible event coming to Broken Arrow. That's next.